Right now, widespread damage and power outages. In the last half hour, the county's emergency management team touring the damage. We have live coverage tonight from the scene. Plus, a break-in in a Rock County cold case dating back nearly 30 years. What we expect to learn tomorrow from investigators. And the latest turn in the ongoing Dane County jail redevelopment debate. Why officials now want to leave it up to the public to decide. That and more right now at 6. And thanks for joining us tonight. Charlotte will rejoin us at 10. A quick, hard-hitting storm barreling through parts of south central Wisconsin this afternoon. And we have seen several reports of downed trees, hail, localized flooding, and thousands at this hour without power. And check out this video showing a semi-truck that was tipped over on the interstate as the storm moved through, causing major traffic headaches, backups in both directions for miles. No word yet on any injuries there. We have team coverage at 6. Meteorologist Dana Fulton keeping an eye on our forecast and what's to come. And Will Keneally on the east side of Madison with a closer look at some of the damage left behind. Let's start right away with Dana. We hope the storms have cleared out so crews can get to work on cleanup and power restoration, Dana.
The good news, our severe threat really pulling back now for us for the rest of this evening. Down to the south, they're dealing with strong thunderstorms towards the Chicago area. Southern Wisconsin right now, just muggy outside and, yes, getting a break in the storms before our next round builds in. Overall this afternoon, several wind and hail reports. Some of these hail reports accounting for quarter-sized or even golf ball-sized hail earlier this evening. And as far as the wind goes, wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour going through downtown Madison, causing several trees to come down. And, of course, power outages for us. There is still that severe thunderstorm watch in effect, but that's likely going to be canceled for us well before 9 o'clock as, again, the severe threat clearing out of southern Wisconsin now. Dew points, though, in the low 70s in Janesville, near 80 in Platteville, so it is still very muggy outside. It's still warm for us. Now, today was toasty. As we look ahead to tomorrow, now that these storms have cleared out, our focus shifting to the heat for Tuesday and for Wednesday. Tuesday, we're planning on high temperatures in the upper 90s. The record high for the day in the mid-90s. Heat index readings expected to climb well over 100 for Wednesday. Also hot outside with a threat for another line of severe thunderstorms to build in the evening. We'll take a closer look at what's ahead for the next 48 hours in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. And as we mentioned, dozens of you have sent in photos showing just how bad some of the damage is out there where you live. Some of the worst damage to homes we've seen is on the east side of the city, and that's where we find our Will Keneally live, continuing our team coverage. And Will, you just heard from the county's emergency management team there. What did they have to say?
Right, exactly. So it's been pretty good so far. No injuries reported in the 12 units that were damaged in the storm that blew off the roof of the third floor of this apartment building on Wright Street here. It displaced approximately 45 people. So they are in the hands of the Red Cross, who's helping find them shelter overnight. So luckily for them, the units themselves have not been damaged too much. There were actually 2 roofs to this apartment building. So the first one blew off. Second one allowed the building to maintain pretty much stability there. So they are expected to maybe return the next day when they get utilities back into their apartments. Reporting live from Madison's east side, this is Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
All right, Will, thank you. Now, if anybody out there, if you have photos of severe weather damage in your area that you'd like to share with us, you can simply send it our way. It's easier to do so by emailing it at tips@channel3000.com. And also with 2 more alert days ahead because of the potential for record-setting heat, it'll be important to stay up to date on all things weather. You can do that with our Channel 3000 First Warn weather app. It is free for download and available right now. Next at 6, an update to a weekend homicide investigation in Madison. The 3rd homicide for the city this year happened on Black Onyx Drive on the far east side early yesterday morning. Police say the victim is a 23-year-old man who suffered a chest wound. Madison police say the female person of interest was taken into custody later in the day on a probation hold. They say she and the victim have a child together who was inside the home at the time of the incident, the child unharmed.
It should be noted that we did contact CPS, small child, no danger to the child, no injuries or anything like that, but they are great to work with, so we did contact them to just let them know and give them a heads up on it.
An autopsy for the victim scheduled for tomorrow. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office will identify the victim once those results are completed. A decision regarding charges for that person of interest will also come after the autopsy is complete. And a breaking story just into our newsroom. Sun Prairie police are asking people to avoid the area around Providence and Triumph Streets because of a police presence. They didn't say what police are responding to there, but they did indicate they'd likely be there for the next several hours. For reference, this is right near the Sun Prairie Costco store, and we have a crew on the way, and we'll send out any updates on our Channel 3000 app as soon as we learn them. In Rock County, after 27 years, technology advancing a cold case death investigation from back in November of 1995. Tomorrow, a man who was found dead near Turtle Creek in the town of Bradford will be publicly identified. When the body was first discovered, there wasn't much found at the scene, just a pendant and a single shoe. Investigators believe the body had been there about a year when it was found. Through the years, there were various sketches. It was often referred to as Riverman and eventually John Clinton Doe. And tomorrow, the Rock County Sheriff's Office is holding a 1:30 press conference to announce the identity of this individual. We'll be live streaming that event on our social media pages and have continuing coverage throughout the day. And the Madison Police Department also reminding the public about a cold case of its own. It has now been 9 years since Julia Magetti was shot and killed in her home in the presence of her children. MPD says she was shot after two men entered her home on Thompson Drive. They say they remain committed to bringing justice for Julia and her family, and they're encouraging anyone with information on this unsolved murder to come forward. Tips can be submitted online at p3tips.com or simply by contacting Madison area Crime Stoppers. Once again, Dane County and its Sheriff's Office leadership are calling for jail reconstruction to move forward, but this time they want an extra $10 million to go to a referendum and let the public decide this fall. The project now estimated to cost $175 million. That's up $10 million from earlier this year. That extra money would need a 3/4 majority of the county board to approve it. That likely won't happen, so they're now calling for it to go to a public vote.
Since the beginning of these conversations, we've had 29 studies on the jail, which is equated to 3,354 pages of studies. And it's cost the taxpayers of Dane County $15,375,051. And it all tells us the same exact thing. We need a new facility.
If the board chooses, to go to referendum, I think it does show, kind of a failure on our part to really be making these hard decisions and doing this hard work. So I just hope that folks will work collaboratively to move this forward.
Now, this is a project, of course, years in the making, but one the latest sheriff, appointed last year, has made a renewed priority. And an update tonight to a fatal apartment fire in Madison happened over the weekend on Braxton Place Sunday morning. Crews today say they now believe the fire was the result of unattended cooking. Firefighters reportedly found evidence of a fire that had been self-extinguished in one of the units, but while searching it, one resident was found dead, and that investigation is still ongoing. A Beaver Dam animal rescue operator who was the subject of an investigation earlier this year is now accused of neglecting animals in her care. 32-year-old Faustina Uhlman operated Frosty's Foster's Animal Rescue. In January, the Dodge County Sheriff's deputies investigated after receiving a tip about the living conditions of dogs at her facility. She's now facing charges, including failing to provide proper food and drink to confined animals. The search is on for a new chancellor at UW-Whitewater. Today, the university's 12-member search and screen committee hosted a public meeting. The committee will determine and interview potential candidates, which will eventually be forwarded to the full Board of Regents. The university has had 3 chancellors since 2018. The latest was interim chancellor Jim Henderson, who abruptly resigned a few months ago, citing a lack of support from the UW system. And still to come at 6, Dana will have her updated forecast for the rest of the week. But first, a local organization helping people boost their confidence with a new outfit in order to get that dream job. Stay with us.
I'm Alex Lazary, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lazary, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
The Memorial Day sale at Steinhoffels has been extended. There's still time to get in and save big with store-wide savings of up to 75% off. Plus, take advantage of great bonus buys like a Beauty Rest Queen mattress for only $3.99. Or this reclining sofa now just $4.99. A queen bed $6.99. A 5-piece dining set only $7.49. Create your outdoor oasis with an extra 10% off all patio. It's the extended Memorial Day sale. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Stocks have plunged into a bear market. It comes as Wall Street investors grow more nervous about what the Federal Reserve might do to try to control inflation. The Dow sinking some 876 points, or 2.8%. The Nasdaq down 531. The broader S&P fell more than 150 points, 3.9%. Tesla appears to be dealing with a few potholes in the road. The automaker announced late last week it is splitting its stock again. Now, when Tesla did that in 2020, the shares shot up immediately, but that has not been the case this time around. The stock barely moved after the announcement, and it started sliding before the start of today's trading. Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently said he's worried about what may lie ahead for the U.S. economy. New information on the housing market. High-end housing sales are cooling off. Sales of luxury homes just saw a huge decline, 17.8% between February and April. A Redfin analysis shows it's the biggest drop since the start of the pandemic, but it could be seen as good news for some buyers because it signals the market may be becoming more balanced and competition is easing up. And more local news now. The Goodman Community Center opening what it is calling a free career closet. Organizers say the career closet is an initiative to get people the proper clothing they need to get a job. They say professional attire can be expensive, so this closet is a way to take away some of those barriers and give young people and adults access to both advice and also high-quality professional clothing and accessories.
When you go for job interviews, it's scary. I know I was scared. I'm very shy. So I want to just provide them with some tips so that they can be comfortable, and also just encourage them to let them know, like, you got this, you look good. When you look good, you feel good, and then you can get that job.
The free career closet will be available throughout the year by appointment, and if there are any community members interested in donating clean, gently used professional clothing, you can drop it off at the Goodman Community Center Ironworks building on Waubesa Street. Continuing coverage, the company at the center of the U.S. infant formula shortage plans to join the efforts to ship in formula from overseas. The FDA and Abbott Nutrition announced Abbott will ship 1.1 million pounds of baby formula from Spain to the U.S. starting this month. The products will come from its manufacturing facility in Grenada. Other formula shipments are also entering the U.S. from Europe and Mexico. More to come at 6. When we come back, a staffing shortage in one of the biggest cities in the state, forcing it to close the majority of its public swimming pools. Plus, a look at your full forecast and the risk for severe weather this week. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will rejoin us. That's next.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
Everything's so expensive, it's stretching our family thin. It never used to be like this. It's tougher on us to make ends meet because America's too dependent on China, and Ron Johnson's making it worse. He voted against cracking down on China with tougher trade deals and voted for tax breaks to corporations shipping jobs overseas, and even refused to punish China when it manipulates its currency. And Ron Johnson even defended shipping American jobs overseas. Senator Johnson, stop making it easier on China and tougher on us.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right, it's me, Charlie. WISC specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers speeds of 200 megabits for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here, yeah, and here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted.
Oh, he's good.
Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
The White House looking to make a change to the country's furnace standards. It would be the first update since the 1990s. The proposed rule, all about energy efficiency, effectively phasing out less efficient furnaces, which of course waste fuel. The proposed rule would go into effect by the year 2029 at the earliest. The furnace manufacturers would have to stop producing the old inefficient furnaces and ban new imports of those furnaces. A continuing staffing shortage forcing the city of Green Bay to keep two of its city-owned pools closed. Over the weekend, only one of them open. Kelsey Dickerson reports.
Okay, ready, go. Thursday morning, already certified Green Bay lifeguards underwent training at Colburn Pool.
So we're going to start with our passive rear rescue.
Practicing life-saving techniques.
3, 2, 1.
Handling back, head, and neck injuries.
Hand him that arm, yes, there we go.
And how to rescue someone who's unconscious.
Very exciting job that I got into after quarantine.
This is John's second year as a Green Bay lifeguard. Before this, he had a job in fast food, but during the pandemic, says he wanted a change of pace.
I kind of was inside most of the day and definitely spending a lot of time, doing nothing. And I kind of just needed something to do, and I saw that the city needed lifeguards, and it seemed like something fun. I've met plenty of cool people here that have changed my life for the better.
John is one of about 40 lifeguards with the city. People with the Green Bay Parks and Rec Department say they still need at least 10 more lifeguards and about 10 more facility staff in order to open all 3 pools this summer. Because of that, only the Resch Aquatic Center will be open for the time being.
So we're pretty close, so that is why we have made the decision to have a slow start and let us take a few minutes, get everybody properly trained, and wait for those last-minute applications to come through.
The city offers free lifeguard certification, which can cost around $200, and paid training. Lifeguards can also receive up to $350 in cash bonuses.
We have quite a few people on board who are still waiting to get certified as lifeguards. So we're going to get them in a class starting tomorrow and through next week, and we'll have another batch of lifeguards to hopefully help slowly open these facilities.
Starting pay for Green Bay lifeguards is at $12.02 an hour and $10.35 an hour for facility attendants.
That was Kelsey Dickerson reporting. Next at 6, keep your eye to the sky to check out the strawberry moon. It's a supermoon, which you have until sunset Wednesday to see in all its glory. Unfortunately, it will not appear strawberry red, as the name suggests. The name rooted in the traditions of indigenous groups in the Northeast who saw this moon as a sign that strawberries, along with other fruit, were ripe and ready to pick. Storms out, heat's a-coming. Dana Fulton now with your complete forecast.
Yeah, we're really turning up the heat over the next few days. Looking at our Doppler track right now, most of the storms that we we saw earlier now pulling well off to the southeast. In fact, near Chicagoland, they're dealing with some stronger thunderstorms right now. We saw rainfall totals the northern portion of Dane County stretching into Jefferson County in that 1 to 1.5 inch range. This really lines up with that track that we saw with the severe thunderstorm warnings issued earlier this afternoon. Significant rainfall towards La Crosse, but the rest of the area generally trending close to about 1/2 inch today. So overnight, we'll stay dry. Things should look okay for us tomorrow as far as the rain goes, but it's going to be hot outside. A slight chance for a few thunderstorms for Tuesday. The main chance for our next round of severe weather builds in on Wednesday. In fact, we have a slight risk, so a 2 on a scale to 5 through most of the state for Wednesday. Alert days in the forecast now for Tuesday and for Wednesday due to the heat, and those heat index readings expected to climb over 100, 102 to 107 for us on Tuesday, over 100 on Wednesday, and we have that additional threat on Wednesday for severe weather in the late afternoon and evening. Right now we have a warm front lifting over. You can see the wind converging right along southern Wisconsin. The temperature divide here pretty clear also, where we have our breeze coming in from the south, warmer air beneath that warm front and in front of this cold front off to the west. So this is where we're at currently. As we look ahead to Tuesday, that warm front lifts overhead. It's going to be hot outside for us in southern Wisconsin. Really throughout the Midwest, we're expecting above average temperatures. This line approaches on Wednesday, and you can see that lining up with the storm chances. Our cold front passes through late in the day on Wednesday, and that's going to be our next round of severe weather. So timing out Wednesday for us. Temperatures early in the day already close to 80 degrees. In the afternoon, plan on high temperatures climbing to the low 90s, and this line of showers and storms will build in the late afternoon and evening. Some of those thunderstorms, because the air is going to be so warm and so humid outside, could become severe for us with, again, the threat for high winds and heavy rainfall and hail. Highs tomorrow will be in the upper 90s. It is going to be breezy, hot, and humid. Heat index readings over 100, so we do have heat advisories in effect for tomorrow. If you're outside, make sure you stay hydrated and try to find a way to shade yourself from that sunshine. Unfortunately, looking out in our 6 to 10 day and this 8 to 14 day, very likely that the heart of the country is going to continue to see above average temperatures. Not necessarily in the upper 90s, but certainly warmer than where we should be for the middle and end of June. Alert days in the forecast for Tuesday and for Wednesday. Wednesday, we have that line of strong to severe thunderstorms building in late in the afternoon and evening. Behind that, it does look dry outside for Thursday and Friday, and we do back off a little bit for our temperatures, but it is still going to be above average in the mid 80s on Thursday, close to 80 for Friday and Saturday. Father's Day is on Sunday. It'll be dry and sunny outside with highs in the mid 80s, and then for the start of next week, high temperatures expected to climb up close to 90 yet again. We'll have a chance for showers and storms on Tuesday, and then drier weather for the back half of next week. But through the 10-day, temperatures continuing to trend above average for afternoon highs and for overnight lows.
Still several months away from college hoops starting up again, but some pretty exciting news dropped this afternoon for both Wisconsin teams. We got more details coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community, independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
Finish your projects with 11% off everything at Menards. Get best-in-class cleaning power with a Generac pressure washer. With maximum performance, you'll be able to get dirt and grime off surfaces easily. All Generac pressure washers are 11% off. Refinish your deck with Pittsburgh Ultra Advanced semi-transparent stain. It brings out the natural beauty of the wood while offering protection from the elements. A gallon is $29.94 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's Terrific Tuesdays at Hy-Vee. This Tuesday, get Cheez-It crackers, only 99 cents. Hunt's ketchup, only 99 cents. Bolthouse Farms baby carrots, only 49 cents. And Breyer's ice cream, only $2.48. Tuesday only. For more ways to save on hundreds of items every day at Hy-Vee, check out our monthly catalog, our weekly ad, and scan the QR code to visit HyVeeDeals.com for even more deals.
Tomorrow, we've got a tip on an all-you-can-eat breakfast event with a unique twist. I'm in the 608 to show you a menu that features pancakes and plain.
And we are heating things up tomorrow. Temperatures could be close to 100 degrees. We'll break it down in the morning from 4:30 to 7.
Can't get home in time to watch the news? News 3 Now is always on.
Get Channel 3000 app now so you'll have all the day's top stories in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
No stranger playing hoops in Milwaukee, but how about at American Family Field? That's right, in November, the men's team as well as the women's team will play a doubleheader on the diamond in what's going to be called the Brew City Battle. It's the first college hoops game to be played at an MLB stadium since 2015 when it happened in San Diego. UW men will play Stanford on November 11th with the women taking on Kansas State. Alan Lazard officially put pen to paper today, signing a restricted free agent tender. Lazard tweeted out a photo earlier saying it's time to bring the Lombardi back home. This signing comes a week after he did not attend the team's mandatory minicamp. Last season, the wide receiver caught 40 passes for over 500 yards and finished with 8 touchdowns. Sunday proved to be a pretty spectacular day for the Brewers for more than one reason. Yes, the skid was snapped, but manager Craig Counsell tied the franchise record for all-time wins. 563 puts him even with Phil Garner. With one more, Counsell will become the winningest manager in Brew Crew history. Their next series begins tomorrow with the Mets. For the two Madison natives, the AmFam Championship did not go as planned. Two-time defending champ Jerry Kelly came up short on the three-peat, finishing 2 shots off the winner, while the tournament host Steve Stricker saw his Sunday surge cool off on the final holes. But not all was lost. Kelly put together 3 solid rounds and found his swing again, which is something he hopes he'll be able to carry into the U.S. Senior Open Championship, which tees off on June 23rd.
It just kind of came on me last week. And trying to duplicate, like I said earlier in the week, was tough. But I found my form. I found my stride that I've been doing since last week. So no reason that we can't keep carrying forward.
2 late game goals last night helped Team USA move past Sweden in the semifinals and into the gold medal game once again. The U.S. will face Canada tonight at LeBron Arena. These teams met last week where the U.S. dominated in every phase, winning 7-0. As for the gold medal game between these two countries, it's the 12th time meeting, and Team USA has won 7 of them.
What was it in the first time? 7-0 they beat them the first time?
7-0.
All right, we'll see if they get another one tonight. Dana, final check.
That sounds like a really great way to cool off right now.
Yeah.
Go hang out on the ice. Looking ahead to tomorrow, mostly sunny with highs in the upper 90s. Heat index readings will cross over 100 in the afternoon, so an alert day in the forecast due to the heat. Wednesday, also hot and humid, so we'll have an alert day for the heat and the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms in the late afternoon and evening. Now, once that line swings through, temps will back off just a little bit for us on Thursday and Friday in the 80s, mostly sunny through Father's Day weekend. Temperatures expected to stay warm for next week, climb right back up to 90 for Monday and for Tuesday with another round of rain late Tuesday. And that pulls us back down to the mid-80s for us on Wednesday and Thursday. So again, a very hot stretch. At least it's dry for us for the weekend, guys. We can enjoy that a bit.
Yeah, bumpy ride today, though. We'll have more storm coverage coming up tonight at News 3 Now at 10. When Charlotte rejoins me, we hope you have a great evening, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.